Plus, today, DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas is set to visit the southern border. This, as a 2-month-old baby is reported clinging to life after getting caught under the water crossing the Rio Grande River. 2 children also drowning. We told you about this yesterday during their trek from Mexico to the United States. And scenes like this, suspected smugglers physically fighting Border Patrol agents and horrifying our next guest, because this happened in California, by the way. But Congresswoman Mayra Flores from Texas joins us now. Congresswoman, what in the order, rank the order of things that are most important to the people that elected you?
Good morning, and thank you for having me. And the most important thing here in Texas 34 is the economy and border security. And I'm wondering, what is it going to take for this administration to care about what's happening here in South Texas? How many more children have to die? How many more immigrants have to die for this administration to care about the immigrants? Because they continue to put policies that encourage people to come here to the United States, knowing the dangers, knowing that they're going to have to go through literally hell to come here to the United States. It's really disgusting and outraging what's happening here in South Texas.
And no one has to tell you the reality. That's what your husband probably tells you when he comes home at night, when he's not working overtime, because he's a Border Patrol agent. And about 2 million encounters have already taken place in 2022, closing out this quarter. But is it enough to bolster our border? Or as a congressperson, can you possibly rally other congresspeople to pressure Mexico and other Central American countries to enforce their borders?
Absolutely. It's all in our hands. We need to come together. Look, border security shouldn't be political. It really shouldn't. We need to come together and secure the borders. If we really care about immigrants, that's exactly what we would do. I am an immigrant myself. I want every child to have the same experience that I had when I came here to the United States at 6 years old. We need to focus on legal immigration. How can we improve the legal process so more good people are able to come here to the United States legally and not have to go through so much trauma? Women and children are getting abused, and they have to pay thousands of dollars to criminal organizations to come here to the United States. How we're going to end this? By securing the borders. Right. And I am so frustrated because this shouldn't be political. When did securing the border become political? I know.
Under this administration.
It's just so disappointing.
Congresswoman,
under this administration.
You're one of the Republicans who signed this letter to Secretary Mayorkas saying this: these documents are not secure documents and can easily be forged, copied, or otherwise manipulated, given the fact that American citizens are constantly reminded that their IDs will soon need to be real ID compliant to board an airplane. It is extremely troubling that TSA is allowing illegal aliens to use non-secure documents as IDs to board planes. And to go backwards and define what we're talking about, they're getting on with warrants, not IDs. We have no idea who's landing in our cities. The mayors don't know, the governors don't know, and we don't even know who they are. How is this okay?
It's not okay, and Mayorkas needs to be impeached. It needs to be a top priority. Once we take back the House, he doesn't deserve to have this position. He's putting the American people in danger. He's putting immigrants in danger as well, because like you said, we don't know who they are. And I truly do believe that it's because of this administration that child sex trafficking now it's at all high. It's because of them. Yep. And child sex trafficking, again, should also not be political. We need to come together to secure the borders, to keep these children safe, to keep the American people safe. I don't understand how this became political. It's so frustrating,
but
because
I'll tell
the people
it became
here in South
local.
Texas
Just real quick,
tremendously.
just real quick, it became local because now the governor of Texas, Abbott, is fighting with Mayor Adams as we expect maybe 4 or 5 more buses today full of illegals through Texas to New York City. What's your message to the mayor here, who is saying this is inhumane?
It's inhumane. It has been inhumane what's happening in South Texas. Now he understands what we have been going through. Now he has a better understanding. I'm glad that he's seeing what we have been seeing for years here in South Texas. And by the way, these immigrants are not being forced to go to New York. Of
course not.
They're wanting to go to New York. So why are they not welcoming them and being, supportive like they were a few years ago.
I know you got a big battle to keep that seat against Congressman Gonzalez, so best of luck there. And by the way, why wouldn't you come to New York? You get a
Thank
phone,
you so much.
get a beautiful hotel room, and you get Nikes. So what else do you need? Congresswoman, thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, coming up straight ahead.